Hey guys, Luke here with catsandcarp.com, and today I'm with Chuck with Fish Unlimited here, and we are gonna try to catch some big catfish on what is arguably one of the worst days of the year to fish. It is 4th of July weekend and it is like 96 degrees out. It is hot, it's busy, and we're on the end of the spawn. So that's a trifecta of things that make it challenging. That's what we like about fishing, right? The challenge. So we're gonna go out and see what we can do on what is arguably one of the worst days of fishing in the year. Man, I'll tell you what guys, I may not get a lot of sleep this week. It has been a lot of late night catfishing. That's how it is in the summer, man. You gotta turn into a vampire. I like the Carolina skip.
A lot of room.
Yeah, a lot of room. Everything isn't covered in guts yet, you know. Well, we're here on the mighty James River. This is a massive tidal river and one of the best rivers in the country for big blue catfish. And it's gotten very popular recently though, and the pressure just gets ramped up more and more every year. So it's getting to the point where you really got to know your stuff to consistently find big catfish. Well, if you want to catch big blues, fresh bait is king. And the best way to get fresh bait is catch it yourself. You can put out gill nets here in this part of Virginia, and you can use cast nets, or you can go rod and reel. A lot of different ways to get your bait. One of the reasons why the James River has such enormous catfish is we've got big forage. There's big shad, there's perch. Oh, hey, look at that. Right there, see, right there, that buoy right there is going bounce, 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 bounce. It's already hitting. So you got some right there on the end, some right in the middle. Yeah, the buoy, fourth buoy from the end's bouncing. We got one in the middle that's been bouncing a little bit. It's kind of calmed down. Hey, growing up in Alaska, people used to do this with salmon. It was killer effective because all the salmon would run right up along the bank. So you wouldn't need a very big gill net to really hammer them. We got buoys popping on the end. We got buoys popping on the other end. Yeah. These James River gizzard shad are beasts.
And that's a small one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that'd be like the biggest one I ever caught in my home waters. You know, catching too many shad with these nets is actually a real problem. If you come in like the winter time when they school up thick and you get like 200 shad in your net or something, you'll be picking them out for an hour. It gets crazy. Anybody who fishes for a catfish a lot will tell you gizzard shad's a really good bait fish. My theory is that's because they don't have any spines. That, you know, bluegill and white perch and so many of the bait fish are pokey. It's nice to just eat something that doesn't have any spines on it. Got the bait tank going here with a few shad inside just to keep them alive. It's nice to have some options. There we go, got some eels and shad. Some shad in here in the live well. And the rest are going on ice. That's why we got big catfish on the James right there, man. Big bait fish. There we go. That is a full cooler of bait. We want not. We got more shad than we need, so we're gonna hook these guys up real quick. I want to see your shad catching skills here, man. No pressure. This guy's a pro.
Nice. Well, we're gonna drop them down and raise them a little bit off the bottom. Okay. Some of them 2 foot off the bottom, maybe some 5 foot off.
About how much lead you got out?
Yeah, that's 12.
12 ounce? All right, you want me to go right up here?
Yeah.
So he's running the Big Cat Fever rods, very popular around this neck of the woods, and the Saltist reels. Now, you make your own leads, or do you got a guy?
Make them. You're just gonna put this right through there. Right on the corner of the eye. Some people like to hook it through the back, but I like to hook it right there in the corner.
They swim better in current when you got them through the front.
Drop it on the bottom and crank it a little bit off the bottom. There's one in the water.
When you're drifting or you're in a river like this, it's good to put the hook in the front of the fish, because then it'll kind of swim more aerodynamically through the water. If you hook them through the back in moving water, then the fish gets drugged sideways and it kind of gets weird, or you'll start helicoptering. You kind of come in through the gut pouch and then out the bottom.
Yeah, just hook it right through there.
Yeah, nice
the tough part.
Yeah. That's another reason why it's good to use fresh bait. When you freeze the bait and thaw it out, it gets mushier often if it wasn't frozen really fast. Fresh bait's a lot tougher, harder to steal. Got 1-2 miles per hour, kind of like what you want?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, we're just drifting down the river, a little under 2 miles per hour here. And we've got 4 rods with bait suspended off the bottom about 2 to 5 feet. And we'll just see what happens. We went back upstream. We're gonna drift back over these humps and see if we can't pull something out. We've got a couple big cat fever rods, an Okuma battle cat, the rail splitter. Earlier this week, I did a video where I went up to Pennsylvania and fished until sunrise, and I forgot to bring any food with me, and I am not making that same mistake twice. We came prepared this time. Hopefully this won't be the only whopper we get in the boat. Got a little nibble. Didn't buckle it over, but it definitely tickled it. All right, I'm done with dinner. Now the catfish are welcome to come. Oh, right here, right here. They're right here. Just got a nice little hit on this one. Got some taps on that one, tap on that one. Any second now, man.
That one might go.
That one. Oh, he's moving. So now we're gonna get a chance to do a little jigging. These river blues are so soggy. Look at that. You need to have a voicemail message that says, "I'm sorry, I'm catching massive fish right now."
It's been ringing off the hook, ain't it?
There we go. Oh, woo. There we go. Oh, chunky, muscular fish, man. Woo. Oh. Alrighty. It's a beautiful fish on a beautiful day. And it even feels better knowing that there are a bazillion catfishing boats out here today, and everyone and their pet dog is out fishing. You know, that Okuma Battle Cat's a nice rod. It's kind of funky because the ferrule is not in the middle of the rod, but it makes it feel like a one-piece rod, even though it's really a two-piece rod. You know, my only complaint with the Battle Cat is it's a bit pricey. I think it's a good solid $70 rod, and I think they normally sell it for a little over 100. Like shad. Yeah, you know, I wiped it. See, this is like the 17th phone call he's gotten here with people asking him where he caught all the shad, where he's getting his fish. So it's rough. All right, guys, we've kind of done the drifting thing. It produced some good results, but sun's setting and we want to switch over to anchoring. So we're gonna reel up the gear, get ourselves in position, and see what we can pull in. I get a lot of people asking me how you fish with so many rods and not get them tangled up, and the answer is simple. It doesn't matter how close the rods are, it's how far away the hooks are that matters. And so when you sit down in one of these spots, you bomb them out in a big fan pattern, and you try to stagger the distances. So, you know, that one's close, far, whatever, so that they're not close together out there. But we're just sitting over here and a big old fish just rolled right next to the boat. So we're gonna take this St. Croix's Mojo Cat with the float and just check it out over here, see what happens.
Get out there and start fishing.
All right, guys, we put a little time in this spot. Not much is happening, so we're gonna reel it up, try somewhere else. We're gonna try using some eel here. Unfortunately, eels are as slippery as eels, so a little bait towel or some newspaper is a good way to control them. When it's dark like this and you're casting baits out, one thing you want to do is always listen. If you hear 2 splashes, reel in and rebait. Oh, we just got a hit on the rod that had the eel. Now look at that, guys. That is a big, bright, full moon on a clear day. Now, some people swear by moon phases, and they claim that a full moon is the worst time to catch catfish. I keep saying this is the toughest day to go fishing, and to add a little insult to injury, Fish and Game has been doing electroshocking surveys in this section of river all week long. So we've been seeing little dead channel cats and stuff floating around where they've been busy. As we hit this spot, we got a lot of twitches, but nothing really came of it, so we are packing up and trying another spot. We're mixing up a little bit. We're fishing a lot shallower this time. We got a little bit of a log jam in about 14 feet of water. We're gonna chuck out right on that log jam, see what we get. Lots of nibbles on that white rod again. I think that little wiggling eel tail is tantalizing to young catfish. We've been here for a little while and nothing's really come of it. So we're gonna go back and shift tactics and try drifting a little bit again. We got a nice little stretch here with about 20 something feet of water and a lot of bait fish on the sonar. We'll see what happens. Well, we gave this drift a good hard go, and but man, it's just been deadly quiet. So we're gonna pull up and try another spot, drift that real quick, see if we can't pull out another fish. When it's hard fishing like this, there's no substitute for putting in the time and effort, and we have certainly done that. And we put a really nice fish in the boat, but it has been a slow day, and these are tough conditions. We get lots of weekend warriors out here over the holiday. It was blazing hot during the middle of the day. We've got full moons, we got fishing game, tasering things, and the spawn is probably not quite over yet either. So, but despite this, you can still go out and catch some nice fish. Just because it's a little bit harder doesn't mean it's not worth doing. I'll tell you what, guys, Chuck really worked his butt off today. At the beginning of this video, I told you this is one of the hardest days of the year to go fishing, and I wasn't lying about it. And we all knew it was going to be rough, and still we got a really nice fish in the boat. And he worked really hard. He worked really hard for it. And if you guys want to do a fishing trip like this, I would highly recommend come check out Fish Unlimited, and I'll put his information down in the video description. And hopefully me and Chuck will get together again this fall, and we'll get to show you what it's like when the fishing's good. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned a few new tips and tricks. Don't forget to click subscribe. We put out new videos every Saturday morning. Thanks for watching, guys. I have got to go get to bed.